It's time we had a chat about Obi-Wan Kenobi. The show is not what was fucking advertised, and Papa North is begrudgingly tired at pretending like other fucking people don't see it. On today's Nerd North! Nerd North! Welcome back, Nerd North. Have you ever bought a product, brought it home, opened up the package just to say, that's not what was on the fucking box? Well, that's the exact same shit we have gotten from the Obi-Wan Kenobi series from Disney+. So bring on some flashbacks, because this is where we start the story. That's right, Nerd North, we start with some flashbacks back on Coruscant. Let me tell you, the backdrop looks shitty, the CG's the worst, and I've seen 5-year-olds do a better job with a fucking crayon. There's one thing Papa North hated that they added to Star Wars, it's the flashbacks. I think they don't fit in this type of series, they never used them in the OG series, and even when they used the dream sequences in the prequels, Papa North fucking hated it. It's bad enough you're giving us these stupid flashback scenes, but it's even worse that you couldn't even de-age the goddamn characters. But Papa North, I thought you did de-age the characters. Well, if that's your job of de-aging characters, then Disney, pack your shit and find new people. It looks cheap, it looks like you didn't take your time to do it, and you might as well have given us fucking grumpier old men. God damn it, these guys are in their 40s and 50s and they didn't look a day under 49. That's careless post-production. But Vader's fanboy dreaming is interrupted when Reva comes in and says, hey, we're at Jabin. And if Vader don't have Wi-Fi or instant messaging in his helmet, then where the fuck are we in this feature place? Papa North is tired of shitty characters stating the obvious. Vader wants to seal them in their bunker, but Reva wants to break their spirits, and how fucking stupid is that? Because you never tell your fucking boss how to do his job. Unless you want the unemployment line, which is where I think they found Moses Ingram.
Can you spare some change?
But they decide to do it Vader's way when he says start the attack and sends 2 fucking ships. That's right, 2 fucking ships. You tell Papa North what war movie you've seen where the invading force decides to send 2 fucking units in hopes to get the job done. And oh yeah, Reva is now Grand Inquisitor because diversity hire. So he sends about 40 fucking stormtroopers who couldn't get the job in episode 3 done, mind you, with a wounded Obi-Wan Kenobi and a fucking robot that walks 2 miles per hour. Throw in a couple of purge troopers because of course the stormtroopers will shoot but not kill. I guess that's up to the purge troopers. And that's fucking stupid. Meanwhile, we got a group of ragtag rebels preparing for an attack by the Empire that they shouldn't even know is coming. In the meantime, Leia's now evil robot Lola finds its way into a vent with a swing door that somehow opens and closes by itself for this robot without anybody noticing and fucks with the hangar door. And while Obi-Wan and Ice Cube Jr. fight about who's gonna fit into the actual vent, Leia pipes up and says, get me a fucking ladder. And if you haven't noticed yet, Nerd North, there's been more screen time for Leia, Reva, and Incogs than there has been for Obi-Wan, Vader, and Luke, and it's just a crying shame. This is not a show about Star Wars, this is a show about Galaxy Edge's Dyke March. And even Gay Eternal showed up. He opens a fucking 7-Eleven off the corner. So Reva and the Empire show up, Rebels close the blast door, and this is important for later, when the Empire begins shelling the shit out of it. And as the Rebels continue to fortify their escape plan, Obi-Wan says, let me buy you some time. So Obi-Wan goes up to the blast door and begins to have a whispering conversation with Reva. We are talking 3-foot steel plate blast door, folks. Ain't nobody fucking whispering through that. In front of 40 stormtroopers, mind you, that she's still pretending that they can't hear her whisper. We get a little back and forth between Obi-Wan and Reva. We get the typical Reva speech, oh, I didn't know my baby daddy, never had a father growing up, never ate enough collard greens, Al Sharpton is my hero, I'm forced to rob Nike stores without getting charged. And I don't need help from anybody except for the government who's giving me a check for each of my 6 starving children. Does that about cover it, Disney? Because your virtue signaling is really pissing us off. Obi-Wan then realizes she was there at Order 66. That's how she knows who Anakin is, where Reva says, hey, do you know what? I had to hide amongst the dead so Anakin didn't think I was still alive. And that's pretty fucking stupid, because if you're telling Papa North that Anakin can't tell if someone is alive or dead right in front of them, then there's a serious fucking problem with the show. And furthermore, he fucking tries to convince her that it's time to turn on Vader and kill him together. front of 40 stormtroopers, mind you, that she's still pretending that they can't hear her whisper. Dumb fucking show for dumb fucking people. Reva finally tells Obi-Wan she doesn't need anyone's help and he has no idea what she's capable of. This might as well be a sacrifice everything Colin Kaepernick commercial. And right as the rebels get things together, of course they breach the security, they run in, stupid fucking blaster fight. A pew pew pew, a pew pew pew. Papa North loves the pew pews. Not a blaster mark on the troopers, and it seems the pew pews are doing much better than Obi-Wan's lightsaber, who couldn't even hack off an arm. That's lazy writing and rushed production. And of course, Leia gets the hangar bay doors fixed. Because in Obi-Wan Kenobi, men are fucking useless and women have penises. And then we get a quick little chat by Incogs about how she used to take the Force-sensitive people to the Inquisitors like something out of Schindler's List because she felt like that was the thing to do at the time. She now regrets it, holds a blaster, and each blast is for each one of those Force-sensitives she lost. But the stormtroopers begin to make ground on the rebels. When she gets a blaster shot, she looks at her gun. Oh, she's bleeding. The shot would have been fucking cauterized. It's a fucking laser, you moron. Just tell me you're tired of this show and Papa North will fucking end this right now. Of course, decides to buy the rebels some times and pew pew pew, that blaster door shut and holds up the thermal detonator. And in the meantime, you got some fucking Saving Private Ryan music. The PTSD war movie fucking thing going on is so fucking dumb. Doesn't fit for Star Wars, and stop dirtying other movies' names with it. No one has any fresh ideas and all this shit's been fucking recycled before. God damn it, I have a better time than watching this show. So Incog blows herself up and everything down the corridor. And don't worry kids, Reva is safe. She said, hands up, don't shoot. Mangina then senses Vader is on his way. He tells the rebels to go without him. It's me he wants. He'd never expect me to face him head on. He knows I do everything I could to protect you guys, so this is the element of surprise. He turns himself into Oprah, where Oprah tells him, I'm about to take you to Vader. Obi-Wan comes back with the, it's not you taking me to Vader, it's me bringing Vader to you. And a quick reminder kids, with all these Empire scenes, still no Grand Moff Tarkin. Peter Cushing should be rolling in his grave right now. So she puts some cuffs on Obi-Wan, the stormtroopers take him back into the bunker, Vader arrives, Reva tells Vader he's waiting for him in there. And let me tell you, those troopers might as well have been wearing red shirts, because you better believe everyone that took Mangina is now fucking dead. Vader makes his way down to the hangar bay, and there goes the fucking rebel ship, but hold on! Force grab! Though all the fandom were like, woo, finally getting something we want. Let's not forget, in the peak of his anger in episode 3, he should have been able to snap Obi-Wan Kenobi's back like that. You gotta think, folks, this ship makes no sense. So he pulls down the ship, rips it open, nobody's in there. But what happens next? A secondary ship takes off. And not only could Super Sith Vader not sense that there was people in that ship behind the one that was originally flying, he just lets it take off. No force grab, no nothing, just lets it go, so we have another shitty episode of Obi-Wan Mangina to await. And just like Don Lemon trying to climb the corporate ladder at CNN, Reva sees her opening. Knights her lightsaber, goes to take a shot at Vader, but boom, stops it right away. He sees what's coming. Which he should have known this whole fucking show. But Papa North, I could have swore he told her, you didn't think I'd see this coming? Well, let me tell you, brother, he should have seen this coming a long time ago. We are 10 years after Revenge of the Sith, and I don't think anybody, especially Vader, would let a plot linger on this long just to have a ha, I got you moment. Disney expects you to eat this shit up because they don't think anybody's noticing. So she tries to take down Vader, and he's just with the Force like, hoop, hop, hook, hook, look, no hands, pushes her out of the way, and she looks like a fucking fool. Don't worry, Inquisitor helicopter spinny blade thing. And I never did get why anyone was ever intimidated by this. Yeah, sure the blades are spinning, but the middle is an open hand area. Why not just grab a blaster, pew pew pew, shoot him in the fucking hand, eliminate the threat. Vader force stops the fucking thing, grabs her saber, splits it in two, gives her one half, has a little one-handed fencing duo, and eventually stabs her through the gut. If you missed it, Joy Reid will be talking about it on MSNBC tomorrow. And then who shows up? The original fucking Grand Inquisitor. They don't fucking explain how he survived, they don't explain who fucking found him, and they certainly don't explain how he got back with the Empire. Lazy writing and a lack of fucking critical thinking. He says, we're going to leave you right where we found you, in the fucking gutter, and takes her Grand Inquisitor pin. In the meantime, during this fight and Grand Inquisitor entrance, the Rebel ship has had all the time in the world to plan their getaway, hit light speed, and not be found by the Empire. And what would shitty writing be without the Empire somehow just knowing where they're taking off to? And earlier, when Obi-Wan Kenobi turned himself in, he gives the Gate Eternal his lightsaber, his Organa chip, and says, it's your job to protect Leia now. He sold the lightsaber for $5.99 at a 7-Eleven, but you better fucking believe he'll become a real Jedi by the end of the show, because they don't have a gay one yet. Anyway, Vader and the Empire catch up to the Rebels. Obi-Wan knows the only way to save him now is to go and face Vader head on again. Because canon doesn't matter, and OG fans, go fuck yourself. That's what Disney is telling you right now. Suck the big bobo. Because we don't matter, we never have, and it's all prequel fan or nothing now. Finally, we got Reva half dead on the ground. We know she's gonna fucking live. She's been signed to another show, and so fucking dumb because she has the same wound she gave to the original Grand Inquisitor, yet they left her there on a planet with supplies, droids, robots, and all that, where she could fix herself up and seek her fucking revenge. Look, you just can't be liking this shit. It's fucking stupid. It makes no sense. Lazy writing, lazy production, no fresh ideas, and they're just fucking the whole thing. And of course, Reva finds the Organa puck that the Gay Eternal had dropped and knows to find Luke on Tatooine, where it shows Luke Skywalker resting in bed, and let Papa North tell you, with trying to wrap up all the other stories, wrap up this, finish up that, you're going to be lucky to see 5 minutes worth of Luke in the show that was supposed to be about Hayden, Ewan McGregor, and little baby Luke. It's really a show about Leia, Reva, and the Incoms. This show was not what was fucking advertised. It's a canon-breaking woke mess, and the fandom deserves better. So tell Papa North what it is about this show that just burns you inside. If you like it, let me know. If you hate it, especially comment below. And don't forget, the more likes and comments you leave gives Papa North more of a great chance to make some great nerdy content for subscribers like you. Don't forget to follow me at Nerd North Drew. And as always, a big shout out to the Resonator for our great Nerd North theme song and for some awesome Vader techno beats. We hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to check for his links in the descriptions below, including on Bandcamp, because if you love the Nerd North theme song, not only can you download it there, but some other great creations by the Resonator. And to my best friend and super nerd, Patty Richardson, I thank you from the bottom of my heart for supporting this project from the very beginning. She has liked, commented, and shared on every single video, and if she can do that for every single Nerd North video, perhaps you can like, share, and comment on this one. And of course, to all the Nerd North subscribers and viewers, you're the guys that make this show happen every single day. And a special shout out to Eric Shaw, our first Funko Pop winner on Nerd North. And do you have a hidden talent? Maybe you're into gaming or comic books. Maybe you're into web design, a Twitter user that wants to do live streams but doesn't have a YouTube account. Contact us here at Nerd North in the email below, and let's see what Papa North can do for you for making this happen, as we want to build and grow the world's biggest, greatest nerdy community ever. Obi-Wan Mangina is fucking shit. Thank fuck we only have one more episode to go. So buckle your seatbelts and hold on tight, because this show is going down quicker than Joe Biden's approval ratings. And until next time, Nerd North!